What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you today. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. How the hell we doing? Big Mosh, what's up, man?
We are having a rough weekend. AC is out. Both kids are sick. We went 0-3 on the show on Friday, but you know what? We are 9-3 Saturday and Sunday, and I have a great lot of picks for tonight. So you know what? It's going to be a good week. We're going to make it a good week.
There we go. I like it, man. I like it. I'm sorry to hear about the AC.
Brutal.
Just dealt with it. Sucks.
You had a pregnant wife? Not where you want to be in life.
Haven't dealt with that.
Oh, man.
I've not dealt with that. But
I spent most of my day lugging around and checking those little refrigerator units, the things that you plug into your window, and they AC units that they plug into their window, and the ones that we had were mouse infested. Gross. It was so nasty. And then you have to lift them and pick them up the stairs and run them so that all the debris doesn't fly into your kid's room and make everything worse. So, you know what? I'm happy today's Monday and I have to go to work.
buddy, I've been there before.
I really hope my wife doesn't watch this one.
There's been a lot of times. You know what's funny? Justin said AB's had a fresh shave, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's been a lot of times in life where things are going like a rough time, like in your personal life, and you throw yourself into work. You're like, dude, we're going to get out of this, but it's going to take a minute. Like, I want to get out of there. You know what I mean? To get some good work done.
Very motivated at work right now.
Yep.
I gotta say.
You know, dude, it's funny. And, well, yeah, we can keep going on that. But yeah, dude, I've been there before, man. So hopefully it starts off. Monday is a good day to restart it. Get it going. Okay. All right, let's jump into the picks, man. Go ahead and let it rip. We got.
Yeah, we got 3 for the day. Really should have been watching and getting my articles the day before. You would have gotten this at -135, but we're going right back to Paul Skeens. He's facing the Blue Jays. I like Blue Jays versus the Pirates. No run first inning. I got this at -135. Paul Skeens gave up his first run in the first inning. He gave up a run in the first inning for the first time last time out. But again, that was the Brewers. They've had his number all season. Blue Jays are a great team, but they are not great in the first inning. They are ranking 26th in the last month and 28th and 29th, I believe, in the last 2 weeks and last week. Kevin Gausman is the guy that I'm a little bit worried about here, but he has a first inning road ERA of 2.25. Not terrible, and the Pirates aren't great themselves, and they're ranking last in the league in the last week after being a little bit hot lately. I like this anywhere under -150, depending on how comfortable you are. I would just parlay it with something, maybe a single team that you don't like to get a run in the first inning. Nothing really comes to my mind. I can check later for you guys, but let's go on. Rangers and the Royals. I'm going to take the Royals on the money line here. I think they're the way hotter team. I like the Rangers to kind of regress negatively with Jack Leiter here. They exploded offensively yesterday, and I kind of like them to come back to the world today. The number of the day here is Jack Leiter. Even though he has a 2.55 ERA in the last month, his FIP and xFIP numbers, which are maybe a better evaluation for how someone is pitching, are terrible. His xFIP is at 550. Just to give you a range, 350 is considered average. 4 is great. 450 is bad. 550 is atrocious. His core metrics are also terrible. He has almost a 13% barrel rate, 40% hard hit rate. His strikeout rate's the only thing that he's good for, but the Royals strike out third least in the league. Give me Michael Wacha. He also has some troubling xFIP numbers, but his ERA and his other numbers all come together a lot better than Jack Leiter's. I think the Royals get it done, and again, they are the way hotter team in the last few months. Last but not least, we're going to the Dodgers and the Rockies. We're just going to fade the Rockies. I don't care that they beat the last few games against the Diamondbacks, who have their own problems in the pitching department. Dodgers are going to take care of business here. Yamamoto is going to bounce back. His core metrics and xFIP numbers are excellent. even if his ERA hasn't been. I don't think that the Rockies bullpen can hold on forever. Kyle Freeland has a 6.52 ERA at home. And last month, his xFIP number is at 533, like we just discussed. That is terrible. He has a 14.5% barrel rate, 58% hard hit rate, and 11% strikeout rate. I think the Dodgers get it done, and I think they're going to get it done in a big way. And if you're looking for somewhere to cut the juice, just take the Dodgers in the first half. I think -1 or -1.5 would be more than fine to get the win in that one. I think these three plays are by far my favorite of the slate. Let's get it done.
Let's get it done indeed, my friend. Now, Tizzle said, AB not fading Jack Leiter. No, sir, I am not. Now, look, I love them both, Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker. Mad respect for both of them. I'm not afraid to fade old Kumar. Lighter fluid, I'm not doing it. Jack's, dude, he's got it in him. Jack's got it in him, dude. He could go off. What were you going to say?
How confident are you, AB?
Well, I'll tell you this. Our man Justin wants to know, how confident are you?
Oh, very confident. Oh, he's coming.
Said, oh, man, a chance for me to redeem with the Rockies again. Saddle up Haas. Rockies plus 2.5.
Bring it.
Oh. As the great Mean Gene Okerlund would say, let's do a little piece of business. I can't do his voice, and I won't try it. Mean Gene is the GOAT. Were you Mean Gene guy? You like Mean Gene Okerlund?
But he is. Listen, you've got to have stones to take the Rockies against the Dodgers. I respect that.
I thought you were going to say it takes stones to be Mean Gene. All right, 5 memberships on the line. You've got the Dodgers minus 2.5, and Justin has the Rockies plus 2.5. All right, so Giants of the Padres. Look, I like Robbie Ray. I think the Padres might get themselves a little frustration out. I don't think the Padres had a fun weekend. And I say this as I would say to myself if I was in the clubhouse. Did you have fun? Huh? Did you like getting that ass kicked? They're better than you. What you going to do about it? Ooh, I like this Padres clubhouse. I like this team. I think they might go off. I'm going to take them over 7.5. Now, and again, look, I'm not, this is nothing negative on the Giants, okay? Like, nothing. But if I was in that clubhouse, and I'm not saying talent, like, understand what I'm saying, but, no, we're responding immediately. You know what I'm saying? Putting it behind us, but we're going. Bats are live. When you get up to the plate, we ain't looking for walks. I ain't looking for your 5th pitch. I'm first 2 to 3 pitch swinging because you've got to bring me a fastball. And I'm going to put it in some, dude. Yeah, give me the over 7.5. Now, in the NFL, so our man, Big Slick Rick Fun Cannon Jr. And understand, I am not putting this play on his shoulders. I am putting it on mine. But what I'm saying is that I like the way that Rick has been approaching. I mean, all of us together, right? But I think, Rick, you found something. And I think you found it faster than anyone else, the books included, that there's a lot of time that gets killed in the first half. And not that we haven't seen points scored the first half, we have. I mean, it's the preseason. A lot of this is gambling. You know what I mean? But I say this out of what I'm saying is I'm going to roll the first half under 23.5 at plus 105. I like the look and I like the thought process. Again, understand, if it doesn't hit, that's me. So that's not I'm not putting. I'm giving Rick the respect that he found this, and it's good information, and I think it's also good information carrying over to the next week, right? So, anyways, Rick, great job, man. Like I really, really like that look, and I've been pouring into it kind of over the weekend, and you might have found something, bro. So, just respect. Great job, man. That is what it's all about right there. Now, home runs, man. So here's what we have on the board. Okay. So let's look at these. And I know that, the Cubs game, game one has already started, right, with Cy on there. So Shohei, Schwartz, Acuna, Machado. What do you think?
I'm going to stick in Atlanta. I think we see a lot of runs here. I do like your play. I think you had the White Sox Braves over, right, this morning?
Correct.
Give me Acuna. We'll come back to this game in a minute, but I think it's easily the best price for the level of star and talent that you're getting from this guy. And I have absolutely no faith in the White Sox to keep them down. Gomez, who? Give me Acuna.
I like it. We were talking about on the morning show as well that watch where the Braves have him in the lineup the last 40 games of the year. You're going to see him move it around. See him hit third hole, second, fifth. Like, they move him around. And it's a good thing to do. So, home run wise, I like it. Like, anytime he can have protection and not, when he's hitting leadoff that he wouldn't, but the more protection, the better. I mean, he's the straw that stirs the drink. We've talked about it. He's the threat that opens everything else up. Not that there aren't players better than him in Major League Baseball. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the construction of that house, that team, he's the foundation of it, right? That's all that I'm saying. Yeah. Sims, the heat is blowing balls out in Truist in Atlanta. Yep, it is, man. And look, understand as well, these teams like the White Sox, they might not have World Series aspirations for the remainder of the year, but those teams are dangerous too. Because it's not that they don't care, but there's a little bit of that aspect of, well, hell, let's just go out and hit. You know what I mean? Might as well have fun. Hitting's fun.
I think both of these teams actually have success in the home run market today. And if you're looking at the other side for someone who probably is priced very well, Colson Montgomery is a great option as well.
Yeah. Did you just hear that hiccup I gave?
No.
I just stopped those. Oh, that was about to get bad.
That's brutal. When you can't get it out.
We would have ended the show. It would, dude. Nobody wants to see that. That would have, dude. That'd have been a 6-minute ordeal. Man.
Where are you going?
Machado. I'm going Machado. I mean, I went with him on the morning shit. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm just feeling the Padres today, man. And look, again, it's not negative on the Giants. And that park, as you've taught us, Moshe, not always the most friendly home run park, right? But I'd be a little pissed off. It's not that they played bad. Like, they shouldn't, down on themselves. It's a pickup. Let me say this. You know who just went through that? The Dodgers. They needed it. They'd been struggling. And the Padres aren't struggling. They just ran into a buzzsaw. Yeah.
I think that's a good look. I do. You know, you need someone with that type of power to hit it in that type of park, and he has that power.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he absolutely does. So I'm going to go Machado.
All right.
All right.
You ready for my off the board?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, what do you got?
All right. This one jumped out to me last night while I was looking through the data late at night. Give me Michael Harris Jr. Michael Harris II. I really wanted to take the Braves team total over, and then I just decided to just stick with Michael Harris. This guy has been an absolute beast. He's batting .500 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs in the last week.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep. Well, look what happened. What do you know what happened? Look who came back.
Well, he's been hitting before.
No, he has. He has for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Is it's like that's a perfect point. I'm glad that you said that because it's not all Acuna, but he's Zima, the glue. He's the glue. There's just something about that dude when he's around. He's one of those dudes that you're just like, we can do this. Like, that's another thing in sports that it's not quantifiable by any means whatsoever. But there are some dudes that you just get a confidence boost. That they're some of the best at what they do. Like it's like Aaron Judge. If you were on the Yankees, even if you're great, if you're Giancarlo Stanton, you don't have to look up to anybody. However, there's just something when the big dog comes walking in, you're like, oh, hell yeah. Like, let's go. We're strapped for war. Let's go. Our guy's back. It's the same thing also with helps on the mound. You're like, dude, our tank's go. Let's go. I'll go to war with him any day of the week. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep going. What do you say?
When you have another bat in that lineup, it also forces the pitchers to focus on their scouting reports as opposed to your scouting report. Like Michael Harris has a great option right now just to be that. Like Stanton, Judge is there. You got Bellinger. You got so many dangerous lineup. You got so many dangerous batters in that lineup that, hard to focus on every single person and where they pitch, where they bat well and where they don't and whatnot. And then when you are in the moment and you pitch around someone like Judge and Stanton comes up, or you pitch around someone like Acuna and someone like Harris comes up, oops is a very often word. And I see this when I was betting my home run props in the first few weeks of this model coming out. It was the person before or the person after who hit home runs the majority of times. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I realized it's because the pitchers are so focused on that one amazing hitter and they're so lasered in that the guy after the guy before sometimes just gets a lob of a ball or a missed slider or something that hangs in the middle of the plate, and the guy after just smashes it. Yeah. And I love Harris today. Why not? 550. I got this at 550. Are you kidding me? Good weather. Got a good ballpark. You got a bullpen that I think is going to collapse at some point sooner or later.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this on top of that. No, number one, great point. Number two, Justin, give you Zach Neto plus 430. Guy smashing 4 home runs last 6 games. 100%. I was just about to say the same deal. Like, Nito's going off. And it's not the first time this year he's done it either. Did you see what Mookie Betts said about coming back from injury? Reporter asked him randomly. They were just talking, right? Reporter asked him and said, kind of been a weird year for you, with the, remember the illness at the beginning of the year, and the injury and everything, man, and the end of last year. And Mookie said, yeah, he goes, it's funny you said that. He goes, we were just talking about that, him and the coaches. And he said, I told him, look, my year is done in terms of like his own personal, trying to set personal bests and he goes, I'm not going to be able to accomplish that. He goes, but that's fine. He goes, it's actually better because now I get to be the ultimate team guy. He goes, I'm just going out. I'm trying to get, he goes, all I'm trying to do, if you're on first, I'm trying to get you over to second, Bubba. Like, that's what he said. And dude, I swear. And I was like, that's why I love this dude, because that's exactly the mindset that you want to have. You know what I mean? Like, I was reading that, and I was like, dude, I already love the guy anyways, but and that's the thing, is that everyone is going to be having some kind of mindset towards the last 40 games of the year. And it's going to be a lot of fun because your star players step up even more. You're starting to see it now. Remember the last month, it was like kind of the newer guys, or, I don't ever want to say no name guys. I don't ever want to disrespect any of the players. They're in Major League Baseball. But you know what I'm saying, right? The back half of the lineup, let's use that. They had been hitting home runs and whatever, but you're starting to see the star players are back, and they're going to be going. But pitchers are going to be doing that too. Like, there's going to be an inflection point because the books have totals very juiced right now because there's been a lot of runs. But there's going to come a point very soon where dominant starting pitching is going to absolutely take over. And what you're also going to see is that you're going to start to see, and this is going to be towards the final two starts for these number one, number two, guys, is that they're going to go longer in games. Because once the postseason gets here, you got what you got when a series starts. You got 25 guys. You only have who you have in the bullpen, and you got to win a series. So your starters that can go, you're going to start seeing efficient pitching. You don't mess around on the side of the plates. You don't want to walk guys, right? So you're going to start to see, you're going to start to see more contact with the baseball, because there's going to be a lot more hittable strikes that are going to be in a hitter's zone. But with that's where dominant starting pitchers, when they can keep fastballs low to get ground balls, right? They can get you on a curveball. I don't have to strike you out, Bubba. A pop out to short does the same deal. And if I can do it in one pitch, let's go. That's what's going to be, is efficiency in inning and pitches per inning is going to be the metric that these teams and coaches are going to focus on, pitching coaches especially, because if your pitch per inning, ratio is good, you're helping everybody. Like, every inning matters. So we're not there yet, but we're going to get there quicker than we think. So watch these totals, because I play overs all the time. And even my friends call me like, you go spice it up. I'm like, man, it works. But I'm just telling you, there's going to be a point where we're going to play unders for a bit till they adjust. We're not there yet, though. But it's going to come.
Start to take notice. Sorry.
No,
I was going to say,
done.
in line with your point, take notice of the weather changes, because when the weather starts to go down and you don't have as much humidity and you don't have as much heat, pitchers are much more willing to go after the batters when they're not worried about the ball traveling an extra 15 feet.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's a great point. And let me find it, man. It was in here. I just lost it. But you were talking about that. I mean, dude, it's like 60-something in Boston. Look at this. Jet, heat index in Nashville. Yeah, dude, it's so hot outside. I mean, and look, Nashville's a swamp in terms of humidity. It is not playing around. It is, dude, it's smoking outside. But you're like, and I say that to say, places like Atlanta, like you were talking about the Crew. Yeah.
I'm just thankful that the weather broke last night, because, again, my AC is out and my kids are sick. And I am so grateful that God gave me 70-degree weather today.
Oh, dude, it was smoke. It was hotter up there than it is here. Y'all were going through it.
Oh, it was
you guys in the Midwest.
High 80s, low 90s for the last few days with high humidity, like swamp weather. Missouri weather.
Oh, yeah. Well, my favorite part, Justin, everybody that's out like Arizona are like, what y'all talking about? This spring weather. That's stepping up to the big leagues. Dude, it's been smoking out there. I saw a video, no lie, it was on TikTok, and it was talking about Arizona and California and Nevada, like that whole, Southwest, West Coast, right? About the heat. And it was showing like the asphalt in the neighborhood was melting. This dude slides. He was in like Nike slides, black ones, right? Just regular slides. And he's walking on this asphalt. And it wasn't asphalt that was just laid. And it was, oh, dude, I saw this. I'll try to find this video because it's got a bunch of them. Trash cans, right? Like big trash cans, that you put out, in the front. They were blue. They were melted. I was like,
yeah,
that's what kept it in perspective. Because, like, Jeff ain't lying. Today is smoking, right? But, like, they've been doing it every day. Hey, you guys have been doing it. The Northeast and the Midwest, they begin pounded. It's still hot. The Midwest.
In the last, yeah.
No,
in the last heat wave, I went into the grocery store on my way home from work to pick up some stuff from my family, and I left my seltzer cup that I usually bring home. I left it in the cup holder for about 20 minutes, and I came back and it was melted.
That's crazy.
To be fair, I am in a black car. Didn't help much, but
yeah. Well, I'll say this, and you might not have to go to the extreme, but like, I'm a big window tint guy, and I've got the whip at 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. Like, dude, you're not seeing in anything, right? It helps a ton, but I can tell because like it really does, keep your car cooler. But like today, I'll get in there, it'll be just on fire. You know what I mean?
Yep. You turn on the car, you open the windows and doors, and you just let it cool out until you can sit down without burning your butt.
Yeah. This video's, I got to find it. It's a compilation. It's got like somebody's dog, was like outside, like using the restroom and, was in the grass and then just, kind of kicked the grass and casually walked like from the grass to the driveway and then just, did the dance and was right back in the grass. Like, no. Justin said the cones for the street out here during construction, they melt down by nighttime. Just bent that. Yep. And top of the cone doesn't flood. That's exactly how the trash can was. Yes. That's exactly it. I'll find it. I'm telling you it, dude. So you got the can and it folded in half. It was like just slumped. And he's right. The top of the can where the thing is touching the ground. That's exactly how I did, man. Dude, that's wild. Picked up wife's uncle from Boise a few years ago. It was 105 Boise. It was like 95 here at Nashville. He said, how do people breathe? It's a lot worse here at 92. Oh, dude, the humidity, like subterranean climate. Like Tennessee and Florida don't have too much different weather. Florida's just juiced to the gills. You know what I mean? Like Florida's the major leagues. Like it's the show. There's just something about when you drive across the state line, because let me say, South Georgia ain't much different. You know what I mean? Mississippi and Alabama. You go to South Alabama, whew, smoking. But there's something about Florida. And obviously, like you cross that state line and it's just.
Put it this way. There's a reason why it wasn't conquered until very recently. And there's a reason why people didn't really start moving into there until air conditioning became a thing.
100%. Same thing with the West Coast. Arizona, until air conditioning and refrigeration was scientifically perfected, you couldn't live there.
Nope.
And I believe the hottest place on planet Earth is in California, in Death Valley. Like, not that people are trying there now. But, dude, yeah, the Cubs just can't hit. They're just in.
Yeah.
They're just in.
I took the Brewers at plus money. I did not. I mean, I couldn't pull the trigger on an official play, but I played it myself. I still like the Brewers. I mean, I know they lost one game, but are we not watching the same team? Like, I don't know why people are so gung-ho about fading them just because they lost yesterday. Like, I get it. sometimes when the train stops, it falls off the tracks. But this Brewers team is built differently. This is what happens when you have small ball and you can rely on your hitters. You don't have to go through a drought like the Yankees can, or the Tigers, or some of these big name teams that rely on the long ball.
You want to know something? You want to get ahead of something? You know who's going to be good and not immediately? Like it might look bad at the very beginning, but it will turn. The New England Patriots. Let me just tell you, what they've been doing internally is very good. And Elliot Wolf, their director of player personnel, and Mike Vrabel are working hand in hand in running basically the GM and the team. And they know what they're doing. And they have a plan. And they've got, I think they have the most free, the most set, salary cap money available, like 60-something million. I think they're gonna try to pull off a big trade here coming soon. I think they might try to do something, and I'm just telling you, I believe in Mike Vrabel wholeheartedly. You could blindfold me and not tell me the team, like where he's, where he would go, and I would say he'll turn that around. Durbin hit a bomb for the Brewers. There we go.
It's so rough for other teams. Sorry, go on.
No.
If you're facing the Brewers, you're just like, where's it going to hit me from next?
Oh, dude. It's like facing off against 12 snakes in a closet.
God,
you know what I mean?
Great line.
Like, no, you know you're going to get bit. You just don't know which one. And it might be all of them. Yeah. And Z said it. Pats the Broncos are teams making things happen from poor situations. 100%. I've been reading on this plan, and trust me, the only reason that Mike Vrabel is not still in Tennessee, who he almost got to the Super Bowl, by the way, quickly, and not that we were very good, right? That's the only reason, is because he knows what he's doing, and the GM and the owner teamed against him on it. And I'm just gonna tell you that they're gonna get good again, and they've been doing it at the quarterback position, like kind of loading up. Like, watch out for them the next 2 years. I'm not saying they're gonna win a Super Bowl, but they're gonna take steps. You're gonna start seeing it like, whoa, I look like the old Patriots. You know what I mean?
It sounds like they're doing the rebuild right instead of trying to do a half a rebuild.
And they know, and if people know how to do it,
right?
Elliot Wolf knows how to do it.
Yeah,
he knows how to do it with the money, and Mike Vrabel knows how to do it on the field. They know what they're doing, and they've done it. Vrabel did it here. This team was not that like he immediately was winning. So just give that out, like, yeah, they're gonna do it.
There's a reason why. Sorry.
Brewers, hold on 1 second. Brewers team total over second game is going to be a print, right? Yeah. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. What did you say?
There was a reason why Bill Belichick was one of the greatest coaches of all time. It's about preparation. It's just about preparation. Like, you don't have to have the best talent on the field, but you need to know what to do in any given situation and be prepared for it. And someone like Vrabel brings that to the table, and you see that the guys fight for him. And I'm not the biggest NFL expert. I'm the first person to admit that, but you can watch the energy that he brings when he's on the field. Like Harbaugh, they bring an energy when they're on the field.
You believe in them, like that. Like, you believe in them. They're coaches you believe in. Andy Reid, you believe in it. Like, you've seen it, and also it comes with they're good people, persons. I'm not saying that they're kiss asses. They're, quite frankly, notice they're all the opposite. I assure you, I've seen it. Mike Vrabel ripped into anyone's ass at any time. Like, yeah, Joe said it. It's crazy they had A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, and Vrabel. screwed it up. Well, yeah, oh yeah, 100%. And you remember in the draft, I said it on Twitter that night in the draft because I knew because that's when the heel turn, dude. It was WWE. As soon because Vrabel had just said AJ Brown is our glue guy. Him and Derrick Henry. There's no way we trade those guys. And then in the draft live, the GM went behind him, traded him to prove a point. And Vrabel, you could see it in his face. He held it in. He's a professional. Vrabel's a pro. But I feel Vrabel on that in the fact that I'm not afraid at any moment to burn this to the ground, right? Because it's one of those where Vrabel, and he was correct. He was like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know. None of you know what you're doing. And he was right because look at the Titans now. Just had the number 1 pick in the draft. And guess what? That didn't take long either, did it? The Titans just had the number 1 seed in the AFC 4 years ago. Up in smoke.
They went from being able to compete with any team in the league
to done. To the worst team in the league. Immediately.
It's kind of similar to the Giants.
And that's why I feel I'm telling you, that's why I was like, dude,
yeah.
They went with the wrong guy. They went with the wrong guy. You know, I remember what it was back in like 80s wrestling or something. And there was a tag team group called like the Towers or something right? And they gave one guy the push. His name was Dan Spivey. Come to find out, the other guy, he went on to become The Undertaker. Yeah, you went with the wrong guy. You know what I mean? And Vince McMahon was like, no problem. Yeah, man. They also did that with a guy named Stone Cold Steve Austin. That tended to work out too. But no, man, like decisions like that, dude. They had it all. And that's why let me say this. It got so bad here. That they had to give away Derrick Henry to make things right. It was the right thing to do, but think about that. You know what I mean? It was like, let this guy go. The Titanic is here. Reed, stunning Steve. Dude, the Hollywood Blondes, him and Pillman were a show, dude. Yeah. Had it all. That Vic Beasley, Clowney, Desmond, King, and Adoree Jack. I'm telling you. And done, dude. Out. And went to became the worst team in the league immediately. It's just like, what are you doing? But that's why we say, man, and I've said this before, look, Miss Amy is nice. The owner, Amy Adams Strunk, Miss Amy is super nice. I'll never say anything bad about her personally, ever. She's a sweetheart, like wonderful human being, right? And a woman in the NFL who is trying to forge things, but not draw attention to herself. Be like, no. Like actually just doing the work quietly. You know what I mean? Like she's a great person, but she made the wrong decision and paid for it. Fans got on her ass because they saw it too. They were like, what are you doing? And then she fired the GM, but then hired a new GM instead of it was like, what you have drifted. You know what I mean? But why? It was been crazy. That's why I say, like, just the Titans this offseason, just getting things calm is going to be a win for that organization. That will directly correlate to the field. I promise you. I'm not saying it's going to correlate a ton, but last year,
it does.
It was nitro. Like it was just insanity. What is it?
You saw this with the Commanders a few years back. When
Yeah.
your organization is in disarray, it translates to the field in a very negative way. And again, like you said, it doesn't translate the other way as well. Like if you have a really well organized organization that has everything together, doesn't necessarily translate to a Super Bowl, but it does translate to be competent.
Okay. Well, hey, let me tell. Look, I haven't even given the biggest part. Do you guys remember and seeing just what happened a year ago behind the scenes? So after they fired the GM John Robinson, who made that trade of AJ Brown, Mike Vrabel wanted the GM job too. The Belichick, he is Belichick clone. And remember the playoffs when the Titans had the number 1 seed and he put the Patriots out using the fake timeout move on Belichick. Vrabel has it all. He's got the ass. I love everything about Vrabel. Anybody was fair game. Even Derrick Henry, even though he never had to, because nobody's ever in their life had to yell at Derrick Henry to go do something. He's already done it.
A hard-working man.
He's the ultimate. He's the ultimate team guy. He's like already. You just know it's done. You don't even have to write it on. You don't even have to write it on the to-do list to check it off. There's no point. It'll be done. Like you can trust it that the sun will arise tomorrow. Like I assure you, he got the work done. That's
probably why it felt so good watching him in Baltimore do so well. Worked his tail off to get this end result. Like this is who he is at the end, more closer to the end of his career.
He's awesome. But so okay, let me take the next step. So Vrabel wanted the GM job. She does not give it to him, and then goes and hires a guy named Rand Carthon. Rand Carthon. Rand Carthon's a good guy, but maybe the role was a little much at that moment because it was the first time being a GM. And what I mean, not that his preparatory wasn't, he was walking into a hornet's nest, right? That just happened. So ownership says, hey, Rand Carthon, Rand, how about go out and hire someone to be an assistant GM? Okay. He does. Guy named Chad Brinker. Chad Brinker works out well. They fired Rand Carthon and made Chad Brinker the GM. And then the president to go get the GM. The guy that they told to go hire, they told Rand Carthon to go hire somebody for help. That guy fired him in a year. Got his job and then got the job above that and just hired the new general manager. How about that flex up?
I think that's called trying not to double down on a bad decision gone wrong.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I go back to, remember we were talking about in life, at work, careers, that there's 3 horses: the workhorse, the show horse, and the money horse. There's not one better than the other. You just have to know which one your company needs. And he walked in, sees insanity, and says, they don't need a name. They don't need a money guy. Whoever can work and control this thing can have this thing. You see what I'm saying? And he just went to work. And look, like that. So there's not one that's more important than the other. But he walked in, like, that's a very favorable, like, if you're smart enough to pick up on that immediately, and he was, look, can't blame him. He didn't make the decision. You know what I mean? The owner did.
He just worked his tail off to get himself in a position to be in that You got to work your tail off to get there.
Yeah. Sorry. But again, the point wasn't the morality of it. The point was all of that has been going on in the basis of a year and a half behind the scenes. So when people wonder, they're like, how did the Titans become the worst team in the league? That is how they became the worst team in the league. And everything that I just said, guess what? I didn't name a single thing on the field. That's how fast toxic shit can translate and just get into everything. It can infect everything, man. Nuts. But I saw Vrabel's face live, like, on TV, watching it like everybody else. And when they announced that trade, Vrabel, you go back and look. Vrabel's a pro. Like, he knows how to handle himself. He's a pro. But you could see the fire and fury of hell that was immediately rising in that man. Oh, my God. Oh, man. All right, Mos, hit me with your picks, man, one more time. What do you got?
Yeah, we got a few good ones today. We like the Blue Jays Pirates, no run first inning. We're backing Paul Skeens once again. Favorite bet, all year. Royals money line, minus 126. Dodgers on the run line, minus 2.5 at minus 115 with a nice little showdown with Justin.
There we go, man. I'm going Giants Padres of 7.5. And I'm going to go Bengals Commanders first half under 23.5. Let's see. Joe said, why should I why should I ever believe in the Titans going forward? You know what? That's the tough part, but it's all you can do. It's all you can do. Let me say, as a Tennessee guy, I sat for 15 years waiting for the day. Waiting for the day that the Haslam family would buy an NFL team. And the Cleveland Browns, I'm sorry. It's your turn. I went through a lot of tough times. We had Eric Berry playing quarterback. Starting at quarterback. That wasn't good. But it's all you can do. Is just hold on, man. They'll get it going.
Can I address a comment in the chat?
Yeah.
Someone asked me what I like for my strikeout prop. I hit one yesterday. Mm-hmm. Brady Singer might be my favorite. Logan Gilbert's close second, but personally, I'm not playing any of them. I think that the over in the Reds game is too high of a liability. And same thing kind of with Logan Gilbert. He can get there, but 7 is a lot. I think he has success. I do. If I'm going to go with anything in that Phillies game, it's going to be an under, but it's a tall order against a very good team.
It is a tall order. Z-Money said, hey, assistant, welcome aboard. Thanks, Chief. You're fired. Yeah. Like, it goes, okay, I'll give the perfect example. Anybody that is it's into wrestling, TNA wrestling used to be in Nashville, and they would do things like, with the remember Pac-Man Jones was a tag team champion at one point. Then he got arrested, and then he got arrested, and then when Pac-Man Jones got arrested 3 times in 3 weeks in the summer, Jeff Fisher had enough. Jeff Fisher, that man. Let me just tell you, Moshe, let me say, Nashville, known kind of like a little Los Angeles now. Celebrities move here because there's an understanding, and this is a true thing. Anybody who's been here or lived here can tell you. It's a very known thing that if you see a celebrity or somebody out, you do not bother them. it's a known thing. Old school Nashville people know, because that's how you keep things cool. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, a very well-known thing that you like followed. I don't care who moves here. Justin Timberlake, all kinds of people. I don't know them. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't care who moves here. Jeff Fisher is the king and can do what he wants anywhere. He's the man around Nashville. So, putting that out there. The stash, Fish is awesome. Well, Pac-Man is Pac-Man was the dude.
You know who the new Pac-Man guy is?
Who?
Waka Waka.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Pac-Man was, dude.
That's been living rent-free in my mind for 2 years.
Been going, huh? You like that?
Waka Waka. Can't unhear it. Once you hear it, can't unhear it.
No, that's going to have to be your tech. Dude, you're the new, Hey, what you should do is do a video on Billy Mitchell, and then you get sued. Do you know Billy Mitchell?
But if I get sued, that means I'm going somewhere.
What is Pac-Man player video game?
Oh yeah, okay.
There's a documentary. I think it's a Fistful of Quarters. It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. You should watch it. Anybody should watch it if you haven't. It's fantastic. But it's about like old school games, arcade games, right? And how the world record industry started. And I won't give away anything more than that. It's great. Great. Because you have perfect characters. You have this one guy, Billy Mitchell, tall, got himself a mullet, American flag tie, but he's the heel. He's the bad guy. And then you've got this all-American guy from Seattle. He's pure family man, like Pacific Northwest. He's a teacher, like, and they're battling. Like, dude, it's so good. I'm telling you, it's so good, man. If anybody in the chat has seen it, like, drop it in if you liked it. Maybe you didn't like it. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. Yeah,
I'll add it to my off-season watch list because I got no time right now.
Oh no, totally. But yeah, it's a really good one, man. And Jeff said, I really respected Jeff Fisher. Absolutely, defense oriented, 100%. Jeff Fisher's a good man. Jeff Fisher.
You control the game. If you can play defense, you can control the game. That's what it's all about.
Hey, let me tell you this. You know the reason why the Rams hired Jeff Fisher? You want to know why? Because of how good that he did moving the team from Houston to Nashville when they were going St. Louis to Los Angeles. That's why he was there. That ownership,
keeping the standard.
Yep, that ownership knew beforehand what was going to. It's a smart move. Like, and it's funny because, you know, the joke was always 8-8. The Rams would go 8-8. Let me tell you, without Jeff Fisher, that could have been 0-16. You know, like they could have been bad. So I always laugh, and that was kind of Fish's outtake. Is number one, you will never break Fisher. Like, he's always in on the joke and always at himself. You remember when the going thing was the Titans were pretty good, but like that was when Peyton Manning was with the Colts, so they could never win the division because the Colts would always win the division, right? And it was like Father's Day or something. And Fisher had like some engagement, and he came out in a Peyton Manning Colts jersey saying that Peyton was his father. Like, that's Jeff Fisher. Like, you're going to compete, but he don't take himself too seriously at all. He's a good dude. Oh man, my man, 3 Sticks. What's good, brother? Good to have you, man. Big Liddy. What's good, man? Good to see you, buddy. I've heard an awesome story about that. Chris. Oh my God, yeah, dude. All right, we'll get out of here. Hell, we've got an hour. All right, Mosh, any final thoughts?
Yeah, of course we do. Come on. Do we not know me yet? Not an official play for me, but if you're looking at the Guardians Diamondbacks game, I'm going to be closely watching this to take an over. I'm horrified by what I saw on the Diamondbacks side today. This past weekend, and the Guardians are mashing. Like, they're in a very, very good groove. I can see both of these teams coming out strong.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff said, big Jeff Fisher played secondary for the Super Bowl Bears. Yes, sir, he did. Yes, sir, he did. He was a star at USC. And that's the other thing, too. Like, Fish was good that he had both elements that is necessary to be a coach. Number one, you're not afraid to discipline the guys. Like, you're in charge, and it's known. They don't run the place, you do. But you also know how to handle professional athletes, and that is not easy. That is not easy in anything. It's just not. And especially for coaches, because you don't control everything either. It's not college, you know what I mean? There's a GM that handles somebody's money. So somebody might be yelling at you, and you're like, what the hell you want me to do? You know?
That's what Aaron Boone is still
Get me one. Go talk to the GM. You know what I mean? Like, but you deal with it because you're the coach. So, because even if he's not pissed off at you, he's still pissed off. You know? Then you got guys, it's just like little things like that. Like, Fisher, he had a Super Bowl too, man. He was 1 yard short. He had one. But yeah, man, like, when you have chaos, it's a real thing. Chaos, dude, it's a real thing, man. What are you saying?
First of all, that's why the current Yankee manager has a job right now. Aaron Boone is, I think, one of the ultimate people managers. Like, I don't necessarily agree with his style. I don't necessarily think that he should even be the manager right now. But you got to give.
It carries weight. Like, it carries weight, and for the Yankees, a lot of times, these guys don't need a lot of coaching. Like, you just need person management. Just keep everybody from killing each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's kind of babysitting it a little bit. Like, not that they need it, but there does have to be that element of cutting that shit out. Yeah. Yeah. Now, here's the other thing. Yeah. But if it's to the traffic cat versus Washington game for hard, yeah. It's the smartest one either. Oh, man. 1 yard should I believe? No 2-point conversion yet. Yeah. They should have had one. That team was fun, man. Steve McNair, Eddie George, Big Frank Wycheck, RIP. Oh, man. Poor Frank. He went through it in the end. All right. Most we'll get out of here, buddy. All right.
Real quick.
Yep.
Don't necessarily think it's too late for the Guardians this year. It's very slim, but they're not out at all.
Okay.
At all. Their offense and their pitching, the way that it is going right now, I wouldn't count them out. All it takes is one or two bad streaks from some of these teams in the playoff picture right now. They're out. Guardians are in.
There we go.
Just saying. I'm very interested to know what that price is for making the playoffs.
Yeah. Me too. I love this time of year. Like, I was just about like, I like when we get to the end of regular seasons in sports. I'm a big.
It's the best. This is the time where you're talking about what needs to happen, what calculations can you make for everything that you want to happen. What crazy thing always comes out of left field?
Well, yeah. And Hawk said, if Cleveland is in, who's out?
That's a very good question. But you know what? That's the beauty of the game. It could be any of them. It really can be. All it takes, honestly, it could be the Yankees out.
Yeah. Those in the hunt races are wild. You got a lot of teams below 500. In fact, I think there's only like one team on each side. There's only one or two. All right, we'll get out of here. Everybody, all right, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time. I promise. But till then.
Plus 425.
Plus 425. Best of luck. It's Cassie's tickets. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody!